So what is up everybody and welcome back, and you join me at my second job site today, not my first. So I didn't actually film at my first job site due to the fact there was quite a few other trades there and it was looking very busy. So I didn't film, but you're going to join me at the second job site. We've got a lot of brush and a lot of shrubs to be clearing. A lot of waste is going to come off this one. But first of all, I need to sharpen my chainsaw because in my previous video I hit a bit of dirt and I dulled it. So that's not good. So I'm going to sharpen the chainsaw, show you guys around, and then we'll crack on with this video. Taking the tops off of this is today's job, and clearing all of this is on the cards for today. So hopefully we can do it in a nice swift amount of time. But like I said guys, we will have to sharpen the chainsaw. I'll set you up on a nice time lapse for this one though. So yeah, let's get cracking. So I thought I'd check in for update number 1. We're pretty much done in this area. So that is the first area of brush all collected and picked up, which is good. The issue now is guys, we're gonna have to stop what we're doing here and go do a tip run I think, because the trailer is looking extremely full. So I'll show you that now. So as you can see from that guys, the trailer is looking extremely full. So you can get a better perspective of what we've done so far. I've started work on that bit of laurel down there. There's just a couple of branches left. Our biggest pile of brush is all collected now, which is fantastic. We'll also be cutting the pokey uppy ones down. So we will be chopping all them down level with the ones that the customer has already cut down. So as you can see guys, the customer sort of already started the job. I guess it was a bit too much for them, so they've got me in. So we will get it done. Oh, it didn't go in. Oh, no half loads around here. So we all locked and loaded for that first load. So we're going to get up to the tip, and then I'll share a couple of things that nobody told me before I started my gardening business that I think's going to help you out. So stay tuned for that. And I've got a little decision to make guys. I'm not sure where to take this load. I could go up to Eco, which would be 20 quid more, but it'd probably be 40 minutes quicker. Or I can take it up to Newborn, 20 quid less, but it's going to be 20 quid more.
What?
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save myself a few quid and take the extra 40-minute drive and go do it there. I think that's going to work out cheaper, although it's not quite as time efficient, but I think it would work out. But what would you guys do in this situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear them. On second thoughts, I'm definitely going to take it up to Newborn because I've just remembered if this is over half a ton, I'll be paying almost double at Eco that I will be at this other place. On second thought guys, I'm really not sure. I've literally got to drive past Eco. I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do. Do I risk it being under half a ton? That's the gamble, because if it's over half a ton, it would have been a complete loss. Right guys, so I've made a decision. I'm taking it straight up to Newborn. I'm 31 minutes away from Newborn, and it's a lot less risk. It's so much less risk. I don't have to worry about what I'm weighing in at. I can just go there, pay me money and tip off. It's not quite as far from my current location as I was thinking either, so it's like 10 minutes less, so stupid not to, eh? Oh my god guys, I have a Sunday driver in front of me. Just go! I have places to be. You're doing 35 and a 50, come on! Is it just me? Is it just me, guys, or does this annoy everyone else? Right, so I'm back at the job site after tipping that load away stuff, but did I make the right decision? Because if we can't get this job done today, it may have been worth paying the extra and tipping it at Eco. But we won't find that out until the end of the day, I guess. So now, as the title suggests, I'm going to go into a couple of things that I wish I was told before starting my gardening business. So I'm not the most of experienced gardeners, but here are just a couple of things that I wish people told me before starting my own gardening business. I get a lot of comments and that sort of thing with people who are fresh or, you know, want to start. So this section is sort of aimed at them. But you more experienced gardeners, drop your comments and, you know, we can all learn from each other. But the first thing I wish someone told me before starting my gardening business was how enjoyable the experience can be. Because it has been the most rewarding and the most enjoyable experience ever. It has been the best thing I've done, and it's been amazing. So much opportunity has come from me starting this, and it's been so thrilling, and I'm really loving the experience. So that would be number one. Number two would be you can't be afraid to get stuck in, get dirty, and you've got to be able to work in all the weathers, because that is very vital. In the gardening scene, you're going to be thrown up against a lot of challenges, weather, rain, literal Mother Nature. And you've got to be able to beat that and overcome them challenges. It can be really, really difficult at times. So you need to have that determination about you, and you've got to have a bit of something about you to make it and succeed. So moving on to number three. We're moving through these quite swiftly. So number three would be don't underestimate how much work there is, because there is so much work out there, guys. And even if you was to start today, you can get work quite quickly, I believe. It's a slow process, so don't think you're going to be a big shot overnight. But there's work out there, because people are always going to want their grass cut, their hedges cut, and that sort of thing, guys. So I think it's a fairly safe industry to work in. At the end of the day, I don't think the grass is going to stop growing tomorrow. However, that does come with its downsides. So obviously, gardening, that sort of thing, is very seasonal. So you need to be able to be very diverse in the services you offer, at the start at least, because you don't want to be drying up through the winter months. Last winter was really, really difficult for me. I've managed to survive and get through a little bit better this winter, but last winter was extremely difficult and I had to take on a part-time job. So don't be upset, guys, if there's gaps in your diary and you have to go work for other people, because you will get there and your business will grow. So just stick at it. So moving on, guys. This one links back to the one I said where there's never short of any work. Kind of slightly different meaning behind this one. So you've got to be prepared to do a lot of unpaid work, guys. There's a lot of tasks, jobs and activities that you're going to have to do running a business that you're not going to be paid for, you know. You're going to have to be bookkeeping, your free quotes and all of that. So you need to take this in consideration when pricing your work, guys, because no one told me this. And it actually took me a little bit longer than I think it should have for me to work this out, that actually I need to be charging more because of how much unpaid work there is to do. And, you know, you sit down and you look at it, I've worked X amount of hours, and then you work out your hourly rate and you're like, whoa, might as well have gone and work at Mackey's. So that goes quite nicely in with our next point, guys. And don't ever think like you're charging too much, because you've done your numbers and then that is the number. Don't go trying to tweak that number or how can I get this number down, because I did that at the start, guys, and I shot myself in the foot every time I've done it. So the number you work with, and I think the final thing I've got to say on this topic is don't undervalue yourself. Know your worth, you'll do a great job, and go for it. The sky really is the limit, guys. It's your business and you choose how you want it to go. So don't let anyone tell you how to run your business. I believe all of you guys have got it in you to create your own business and create something of yourselves. So go make it happen. Let's get back to the job. So here is just an update and a reminder of where we are at. So I'll be chopping up this buddleia next, and then clearing the rest of that buddleia and brambles there. And then we just got to chop the maybe 10-15 high ones, you know, there's some big ones there and some others there, but hopefully we can get it all done today. But let's witch through this buddleia. Right guys, we managed to get that done in about 35 minutes, which is good going. Now I've just got to top them bits there. So we'll get you set up on a tripod, get the ladders and that out because I believe I'm going to need them, and hopefully get the job done today. It's 4 o'clock, so it's looking a bit tight, but I'm going to push to get it done like I have been. So let's crack on. I've really been pushing guys, but I'm not going to do it. It's 4:30, the sun is setting, and I've still got probably another hour and a half to 2 hours here. So penny pinching and taking that waste up to Newborn was a bad idea, because it means I've got to come back here tomorrow. But that is where we are at guys. It is looking much better than what it was. Still not perfect. Yeah, as I was saying, it's still not perfect, but the customer's not worried about perfection. She's just somewhat level all the way along. Yeah, so we'll be doing that in the morning, finishing that off, and probably hitting that with the Titan, that bit there, because it'd be stupid not to hit it with the hedge trimmer. If we're here in the morning, we may as well go A1 and get the place looking absolutely spot on. Right guys, well I'm all packed up for today. I'm going to have to tell the customer I'll be back in the morning, and I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning. Right guys, it is the next day and we are back, so let's get finished off. Between now and then guys, I've also taken the bags out the trailer, so we'll definitely have enough room to whack the rest of the waste in the trailer, which is good. Also, I did go out on the piss last night, so I'm slightly hungover, but that isn't going to stop us. We still work. So the plan will be top that level with the Titan, and then just them 3 or 4 branches that are sticking up there, and that holly if I can get to it. The customer has also asked me to do, which I should be able to. So we will get all that down to the same level, and then I'll go on and do a final cut so they're all nice, you know, sort of the same height, and you ain't got any pokey uppies. Get rid of it all good. Right guys, so that is actually most of it done now. Just a little bit of cleanup, which I will do off camera. So a couple of stragglers, couple of bits of cleanup, and then I'll check back in guys. Rightio guys, that is the finished result. We're all tidy and clean, and the customer is over the moon, as well as all this area done. But the customer is over the moon guys. Sorry I didn't film that last bit. I just wanted to get the job done and dusted. But we are done and we are packed up.
So,
and wow, what a challenge that was, guys, but we got there. That job really challenged me. A few challenges I had to overcome, and it really pushed me physically and mentally, but we got there and I'm feeling great and the work satisfaction is amazing. So yes, customer is absolutely over the moon. I got a £10 tip and a positive review from her, so that is all good from my end. Everything is good there. But that is all for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, and remember, if your garden is looking worse for wear, call Hampshire and Dorset Garden Care. Have a good weekend, guys.